This is probably around the time where everybody is asking, am I living 100 years, 100 beautiful, beautiful years, or am I living 1 year, 100 times? Big difference. So 10 days separate us from the new year, the new calendar year, so to speak, 2024. 10 easy peasy days. Are you ready? You say, ready with what? Ready with your deliberate choice of what do you want to do with this year? What do you want to curate? What kind of experience do you want to curate for yourself to make of this 2024 the best that can be? Are you ready? Five questions to take you there. Hang in there with me, and we're going to get to the five questions that, if answered correctly and you spend time on them, are going to take you to making of 2024 the kind of year you want to be proud of. Let's go. And hello, hello, and good evening, everyone. So, today, welcome to the Leadership Hacks series with me, Dr. Nabila Diab, your host for this leadership series hacks. And today we are going to tackle the 5 questions that will enable you to enter 2024 with a confident mindset. And who does not want the confident mindset that is so much needed to do anything? It gives you that aura, that oomph, that um, flavor to everything you do. Let us get started. What do you think? Get me started with, oh, where are you, everyone? Where are my comments? Where is the hi? Where are you, everyone? So, hi everyone. How is everyone doing? Today we tackle the 5 questions that will allow us to enter 2024 with a confident mindset. I'm going to go over them one by one. But first of all, tell me, what do you think? What is one thing? What is one thing that you think, if you did, will allow you to enter 2024 confidently? Hello, and good evening. VM is there. So what we are going to tackle, we are talking about the 5 questions that will enable us to enter 2024 with confidence. Who doesn't want career confidence? Of course. So, welcome back, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone for the Leadership Hack series. I'm your host, Dr. Nabila Diab, on this, your guide on this journey for to personal and professional growth. Now, today we are diving into a special episode, and as we stand on the last 10 days, the brink of 2024, let's explore the 5 questions to help you step into the new year with confidence and clarity. Some of you might be saying, Nabila, it's been a rough year because it's been this kind of year, and I wasn't able to achieve my goal because And the list goes on and on. Why something, or it wasn't really up to your expectations, right? Um, right. So let me talk first of all about 2 things that are really, really two imminent and very strong threats to your goals that you need to be aware of from the outset. So the number one. Hey, 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 the Salams from Florida are here. So, the number one threat to your goal is setting goals that are too far fetched. The setting goals that bring power, that bring, sorry, not power, but fear, that are disempowering. So, when you set goals that immediately make you doubt yourself, and you are on your own, it's pretty much set, because the greatest part of your mind that is controlled by your subconscious mind is not going to allow it. It's going to short circuit it. It's going to say, no, this is not possible because, and then it's going to give you one, two, three, four, five, as many excuses and as many reasons as possible why that goal is not available for you. Simply said, the subconscious mind cannot or does not have an executive, so to speak, step by step process to execute. So it doesn't know how to execute. So if you tell your mind, bring me the general director or vice president position, at a time where, let's say, somebody is supervisor or analyst or something, the mind is going to immediately say, ah, what is this? This is pie in the sky and hairy fairy, kind of situation. And then it's going to reject it. So it's like an implant or something. When you have a new implant and the body rejects the new alien or strange, if you like, entity, likewise your mind can reject. Likewise, the mind can reject the new goal. So if the goal is set too high and you have only yourself to deal with it, most probably your mind is going to nix it, is going to reject it and say that's true. The second thing, interestingly enough, the second thing that's going to also end up having you not take your goals seriously is setting goals that are too easy. You might find this counterintuitive. You might find this counterintuitive, and you say, if it's easy, yeah, we can do it. And that's not the case, because if the goal is too easy, the mind is goes, not interesting, not exciting. I'm not gonna go after it. So the mind also does not go after battles or challenges that are not worth it. So your goal must be worth it. So these are the two caveats or the two challenges that are imminently threatening your goals. Would you agree, Ziba? Would you agree? So let's dive right into the five questions that are going to allow us to enter. We still have a window of 10 easy peasy days where if we follow this technique, I guarantee you it's going to allow you to have the necessary reflection and food for thought to enter 2024 with a plan. Amazing, amazing. Question number one. What do you think, first of all? Share with me some questions. Like, what are some of the questions that are going to allow you to enter the new year with peace, with a plan, with the mindset that I can do it, with a can do, mindset, with an empowered mindset, with a confident mindset? We get disheartened, we get disempowered, we get our mind doesn't believe us, especially when we do things that are not aligned with our values, So understanding our core values is crucial in defining our path. So it's about what matters most to you. And this thing is different. And that's why when somebody is going after a big position, because like my cousin, I deserve it, or like my sister, she's no better than me, I'm going to, follow her. it's not going to excite you. This fight needs to be your own fight. This challenge needs to be yours. The goal needs to be yours. So understanding your core value, meaning what matters most for you, is crucial in defining your path. So identify your core values. I would say identify 5 core values in your professional and personal. For example, you say, you know what, when I go for a position or change a job, I want the training and development. I want the improvement. I want the going places for training. That's going to be part of it. You see what I mean? So define these core values. Is training and development a core value? Is that something you would prioritize on? Is that something you would make a concession on? Is that something that if it's in a job or if it's not, you're going to take the job anyway? So core values have these are like your hidden allies or your hidden enemies. They either propel you or they disempower you. So when you are doing things according to your core values, it's going to sound like you are really, really, really doing something meaningful. Does it make sense, everyone? Does it make sense? So, alignment with your values is really, really, really essential. That's number one. Question number two. Question number two, it's really, really to take stock with where you are at this point in time. Where are you at this point in time? Meaning, assess exactly where you stand at this point in time of December 18th, 2023. Assess where you are and take the journey, of course, mentally, take it back all the way back to December 18th, 2022. So go through, what have you been through? What are the things that I've experienced? Reflect on your past year's experiences, both good and bad. You see what I mean? This is because this is very, very essential for growth. List your achievements, list your challenges, list what you've been able to overcome, list the things, the times where you were in a crunch, list the aha moments, discoveries, things you discovered about yourself. You see what I mean? So very, 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 very important that you assess exactly where you are right now. So reflect on your past experiences. So question number one, if we can type up this in the chat. What are my core values? Question number one, what are my core values? What are my core values? Very important that we answer this very question. Okay, so if you can please type it up. So what are my core values? Meaning you are unwilling to negotiate on this thing. So what are my core values? That's number two. That's number one. Number two question is to go over 2023 and ask, what were my biggest, let's say, my biggest learnings from 2023, right? So this is question number two. Both good and not so good, both challenges and wins and aha moments and discoveries. List as much as you can in there, right? So question number two, what are my biggest learnings from question mark What are my biggest learnings from 2023? Amazing. So, right. Okay. Okay. Let's see some of your comments in here. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So, because it's only by looking back that you will be able to move forward. It's only by looking back that you are going to be able to move forward. So, remember, for those who are joining us at this point in time, we are talking about the five questions that are going to enable us to assess that are going to enable us to assess our readiness to enter 2024, and which are going to help us enter 2024 with a confident mindset. Hello, good evening, Jazzy at Chukonda. Hello. How are you doing? Yes, I know your full name. Yeah, Jazz. Yeah, there you are. Hello. So we are discussing the five questions. We are discussing the five questions that will allow us to enter 2024 with a confident mindset. Let's suppose you are thinking about amazing. So, about entering 2024 and change some of the things we've seen, we've been experiencing, we've been exposed to in 2023. You cannot enter, just like this by doing the same things. One needs to stop, reflect, assess, and then move forward. So, with around 10, 11 days separating us from 2024, these are amazing. This amazing time that, if you use correctly, can have the power and the to leverage your results. Why? Because reflecting back and looking back can really propel your career to the next level up. So we said question number one, it's really to come down and sit with yourself with a nice copybook or a nice journal and a nice pen, and then reflect on your core values. Some people think that core values do not change. Some people think that core values do not change, and actually they do. We do change through the experiences we go through. We do change through sometimes we get traumatized by experiences happening in our life, and without even knowing, we have some trauma happening in our life, and yet we are dealing with it because we are adults, because we are grown up, because we are this, because we are that. But actually, it's traumatic experience that we've been through. So, question number one, what are right now at this point in time, what are my core values? And I gave the example of core values like professional development or training. When you're looking for a new career, you say, I can't compromise on professional. I need to be developing all the time. And if a company, even though it has a high salary and a high position and a tempting, attractive package, but it doesn't offer any opportunities for me to expand or anything, this is going to be a problem. So honor your core problems, honor your core principles and your core values. That's number one. We should be able to honor our core values, because otherwise we will be having like two entities, two parts of our mind that are contradicting each other, or that our work is like I always say, it's like you're driving a Mercedes and your foot is right on the brakes. the the Mercedes wants to dash into the 150 miles or 120 miles per hour, and then right, your foot is on the brake so much you are afraid. So question number one is, what are my core values? redefine your core values. If your family at this point in time should be coming first, so be it. If for example your kids or your kids schooling should come first, so be it. You should be able to give it space, because that will allow you to set bigger goals when you honor your core values. So question number two, we said define where you stand right now. You should be able to thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So the second thing, assess where you are. So look back at the entirety of 2023. Don't beat yourself, don't be too critical on yourself. Don't just look at the, what the mind gives you in terms of negative things and negative anecdotes and problems and setbacks and challenges. And no, look at it with an objective eye. Look at it with objectivity, with everything in it. So, with everything in it. So, look at your core values, then look at the past December, let's say today, December 18th, 2023. Look all the way back to December 18th, 2022. And, assess what you've been through, because I guarantee you those experiences, like, for example, what was it? Yeah, for example, if you did not have a baby like we am, you did not have a baby before, but this 2023 is characterized by having a new baby. So now the baby has impacted your life, right? Has impacted the way you do your career, has impacted, and not all the time in a negative way, because sometimes you say, oh my God, my kids are taken away from my time and so on. And actually, perhaps no, perhaps it's the opposite. How can I make, giving priority to my kids, how can it make it as an incentive for me to do better in my job? You see what I mean? So not necessarily like you are giving more time to your kids, it means it's going to take away from your I think you understood the idea. Now, question number 3. So Yam is on top of things. So what are my core values? That's number one. Number two, what were my biggest learnings from 2023? Amazing. Go backward and find out. Question number three, how do I define my success? For 2024, how would you define your success? How do I define my success? This is the third critical question to prepare for a confident mindset start in your career in 2024. You're going to need to define what does success mean for you, because this could be totally different. I mean, what you think of as being successful, what somebody could be thinking of like as being a superstar on social media is success. I would probably look at it as impacting lives, as impacting one life at a time, at educating people, at sharing experience or my own experience in such a way as it can perhaps, and I'm hoping it will enlighten or it will show the way for somebody who might be watching this. So, how do I define success? Success, as we said, is personal. Can we please write this question, please? So it's, how do I define success? Yeah, how do I define success? Amazing. Wow. Okay, we have amazing learners. So, how do you define your success? It's more what, Yaziba? It's more what? More what? It's more philanthropy, more giving, more help for the community. Is it more, what is it? Okay, so what is it? So for the people who are looking at career advancement, it's more what? And it's absolutely fine if it's higher position and more money. Absolutely acknowledge it and honor it. Because here is the deal. A lot of times we want these things, we want the materialistic, physical, tangible things. Yet, because there is one part of our mind that's always telling us, don't be greedy, don't be greedy. Why do you want more money? We tend to be working with like two speed process. Like one part wants to run very quickly and the other part wants to slow down and to slow us down. So acknowledge it and honor it. If it's more position and more titles and more, um, depends on each person's view of the other. Absolutely, by all means, Mr. Yasser Omar here. By all means, success depends. It's a very, very, very personal thing. So, what success means for me may not be success for you. I mean, some people measure their success by the number of followers or the number of impressions or likes or comments. Some others count success by the impact they are making in people's lives. And if it's one person at a time or one life at a person, so be it. So, very, very important steps to the next level, growth and development. I love it. I love it. This is very, very important. So, success means what are the steps for the next levels? Amazing. So, that's question number 3. Question number 4. Okay. So now that we have defined the core values, we have defined what happened last year in 2023. So, what were the learnings? What were the experiences we've gone through and we learned from? Number 3, we redefined success, because every time we need to redefine success, because we change. At one point, success may be this, and at one point, it may be that. So what is success for you at this very point in time? When you write it, when you sit down and journal on it, I guarantee you your thinking is going to start clearing, because rather than have these thoughts bounce back and forth in your mind and like ping pong, you are going to nail them down, and then you are going to unpack these thoughts, and then you start saying, maybe this was important last year, but maybe not this year. Amazing. I love it. That's me. Impact making in people's lives and the community. I love it. I love it. So, question number 4, what are my goals? So, now that you redefined, reaffirmed your core values, went over 2023, and then redefined your own success, now it's high time to set the goals. So, what are my goals for 2024? What are my goals for 2024? Um, Rather than, so goals, I usually go for wants. What do you want? So I go for two kinds of wants, or two kinds of goals: a personal goal and a professional goal. So if you can pick one professional goal and one personal goal, that's going to be really, really, really good. What are my goals for 2024? I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm not a great fan of the SMART goals. SMART goals generally mean short term goals, because the A in SMART means achievable. And what's achievable means short term. And I am rather, of the view that goals are supposed to inspire us, excite us, scare us, and at the same time grow us. We grow into our goals. We grow into. So goals is not about achievement or about arriving or about arriving to destination. Goals is about growing into. It's about becoming. It's about developing into. Right. This is so good. So choose one personal goal and one professional goal. What I suggest at this point, what do you do with the goal? What I suggest is I suggest you write at least one page where you describe yourself with your goal. Imagine you've arrived. Imagine this goal you've achieved. So suppose you want this position with this extra amount of money. What I suggest is that you write in the present tense, you write, a script of your life with the goal having been achieved, the goal, the personal goal and the professional goal having been achieved. What does it feel like? What is it like? How does it, how is it impacting you and your general happiness and contentment and satisfaction with yourself? You see what I mean? So that's number four. What is my personal goal and my professional goal for 2024? So choose a personal goal and a professional goals. Now, question number five. Question number five, of course. So we situated where we are and we situated where we want to be. Of course, step five or question five, we're going to look at what steps can I take to grow my confidence from here to here. So what steps can I take to grow my confidence from where I am to where I want to be? Everything we everything we are experiencing in life is reflecting is reflecting what's going on in our mind, and until we change what's going on in our mind, nothing is going to change on the outside. So take note of what's going. So we've taken note of what's going on in our life, and if it's not to our liking, if I'm not happy with what I'm seeing, then something needs to change inside. So here, confidence is not like a hereditary or anything. It's a skill. It's a skill that we can develop at any point in life. So what steps can I take to grow or for growing my confidence? What can I do? What skills do I need to build so as I feel confident moving forward towards my personal goal and towards my professional goal? uh, Nothing happens until we separate the distance. It's a psychological distance, first of all, and it becomes a physical distance later on, until we separate the distance between where we are and where we want to be. So there you have it. There you have the five questions that, if you sit down and really take time to journal on them, you are going to be surprised by what's going on in your mind. You're going to be surprised at how much you've grown and developed, and you're going to be surprised by what your mind is telling you regarding the direction of your life in the upcoming year. Right. For the people who stayed this long, if you are still here, if you hashtag a journal, I can send you a freebie or my free 2024 journal, and that's where I journal every day. It's a PDF, but you can write in it, you can print it, or you can write on it on your iPad or anything. And it's yours to take. So hashtag a journal, and we will make a point of sending you the PDF. Let's see some of the comments here. In order to move forward, we need to set priorities and eliminate everything that doesn't matter anymore. In fact, that which is a hindrance. I love it. Anything that is a hindrance, you don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let it rest once and for all. So hashtag a journal, and to receive your freebie or your PDF for 2024. How awesome is that? Well, Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you benefit from these 5 questions. And till next Monday, I'll see you in Let It Rest in Peace. Exactly. Let it rest in peace. Thank you, everyone, and have a great, great rest of the evening. Bye bye. Shova Lama. Hello, hello. So, yeah, hashtag journal, and I'll make a point of sending you the journal across. God bless. Bye bye.